There we go. Hello.
Okay, Matt, we're at Mariposa boat ramp on the Osage River. Doing a little day trip. We're gonna go check out the lock and dam. And you got Alice over there. And I got little man. And then the most important person of the trip would be this little lady right here.
That's not you, the driver.
So this is my alternate, well, actually pretty much now the main transport person. This is my daughter, technically my daughter-in-law, but she's more like a daughter. I have called this woman and said, hey, I got a no shit moment. You had to drive a half an hour to bring me a dry bag. I forgot. And she says, okay. And I'm like, wow, that's a hell of a daughter right there. Daughter-in-law. So she gets there. The look on her face was like, I can't believe you had me do this. But not a word out of her, other than, are you good now, Dad? She's more a daughter than a daughter-in-law. Love her to death. She's awesome. We have a few disagreements here and there, but we always work them out. Love her. Alright, so what's going to happen today, we're going to go up the river here. Lock and Dam, which is around the bend there. It's going to take us roughly an hour, hour and a half to get there. We're going to take another look at that. I haven't been there in a while. And so let's get underway. Oh, we're underway. We got Alice right here. Got a little man over yonder there. He'll come into view in a minute. Keep going. There's little man. Handling the kayak like a pro. That is an 8-foot lifetime kayak for him. It's my very first kayak that I ever owned. It may be a little big for him, a little wide for him, but he handles it like a pro. He's 11 years old. The back hatch there I kind of modified so we could put more stuff in there when we go camping. And yes, little man goes camping with me on the river. He can make it to the lock and dam, which is almost 2 miles upriver. The river's really low, so there's not a whole lot of current. He has the knowledge and the capability to paddle upriver like this, but at the young age, I'm not sure he has quite the muscles for it. It does require a little muscle to go upriver, but I think he might make it. Be a cool experience for him to see the lock and dam in person. So we'll see how it goes. Got waves from the boat that just went past us. It's always cool. He turned right into it. Alice didn't. She's gonna end up capsizing. I'll get that on camera. Let me get her on camera flipping. Oh, she got lucky, didn't flip. Notice little man just turned right into it like a pro.
Hey, I was just right. That's good.
Alright, we'll check in when we get to lock and dam. Okay, so we've made it to the lock and dam on the Osage River. So I did a Google search on the internet and I came up with just a small bit of history on this structure. This is a very dangerous structure for boaters. And we're going to get in the kayak and we're going to get a nice up close look at it. But lock and dam on the Osage River has been officially named Lock and Dam Number 1, also known as L&D Number 1. It ceased all operations in 1951, and sometime thereafter I was told by some locals that they removed the doors, the gates, whatever you want to call them, on each end of the lock right here. And the property was sold to a private interest. It has not been maintained in its structural condition, and you'll see the condition it's in. May now be compromised with visible crumbling concrete, exposed steel rebar, and decaying timber cribbing. Undercutting of the dam in this corner right here, adjacent to the lock wall, is apparent with the formation of a whirlpool immediately downstream of the lock, of the dam, at certain flows. Furthermore, debris in the upper portion of the lock chamber has created turbulent plunge. Not only does this hydraulic jump create a barrier to fish, but also presents significant hazard to public safety. Construction of Lock and Dam began more than 115 years ago, with operations ceasing more than 60 years ago. On average, wellhead dam life expectancy is approximately 50 years. The dam on the Osage River, the Lock and Dam on the Osage River, was constructed starting in September of 1895 and completed in 1906. The project aimed to improve navigation in the river, but has faced challenges over the years, including flooding and environmental issues. So I'll get in a kayak and we'll go into the lock a little bit. I think I can manage a little bit of that. It'll be a little tricky, but I think I can do it. We'll find out. And we'll, in this corner right here, well, okay, in the corner right there, you can kind of see it maybe, and we'll get close if we can see it, is the current coming out of that corner where the undercutting is present. And then the dam portion is right here, and we will go all the way across. On the river right descending, I have come over, well, portage, let me stress that, portage this dam on a concrete wall that's over there. And I think we can actually go over there and I can show you how I did that portage. A couple of Facebook friends has put in at Bagnell Dam and come all the way down. They portaged on the lock side of the river, which is river left descending, and the landowners up there were not very happy with them. So yeah, don't do that. Respect the landowners. So let's jump in the kayak and we'll get a close and personal look at this Lock and Dam. Okay, so when I portaged it, it was before GoPro, before YouTube. I walked across that wall up there and had to drag my kayak across that wall. The rocks right here, that was the water level. There's a flat rock right there, and that was the water level the time I did it. So it was, what, 2 foot above the dam. I think I could have easily come over it with my Pelican kayak, except the problem was there was nobody fishing. The river was obviously high, and I decided to portage it instead of try to go over it, because the hydraulics on this side of the river was tremendous. So anyway, that's how I portaged it. And if I remember right, it seemed like the river was maybe at 14 feet. So it was way up. So this is the rest of the dam. This is what river right descending. So I had to put the GoPro. Alright, never mind. Alright. So let me get the kayak turned and we'll take some more looks at this. There. You all would see some undercut, or the water would not be coming out there. Last video, this was not like this. And I haven't been up here in probably 2 years, so last time I was here, this second wall, kind of like a double wall, as one of my video shows. So this wall was still standing. See how the other wall is ready to crumble? This tower, I guess that's what we would call it, is leaning real bad. So when they say it's, you know, in bad shape, it's in bad shape. I wanted to get a look at the upper side, but I can't get out. I walk up the dam. River level is at around 2.5 feet. Out these rocks. It'd be disastrous for me. That's the crumbling dam. Rivers, you got to take me this way. See how this tower deal, whatever you call it, whatever it is, has turned. and there's not much holding it in place. So it's in bad shape. You can see the steel poking through it that they were talking about in that article. I like to be holding the camera when I do this, but I gotta keep both hands on the paddle. I gotta just do it this way for you guys. A little too much current here. So here's a look at it. I don't know if that's showing upper river or not. So this structure is kind of neat to look at. Very dangerous to come over. And I guess there is discussion of removing it. The question is, what's the best way to remove it and minimize damage to the marine life? Well, when nature takes it down by itself, by flooding or whatever, then it's going to be down, and how it affects marine life, it affects marine life. So one day, sooner or later, I do believe it's coming down. Whether it be by flood or by man, it's coming down. It's evident by right over there. So we get a good flood. Yeah, it's gonna probably come down. I don't know how soon, but anyway. Well, we're about in the middle of the dam. And that wall over here, on the other side of that wall, is the lock portion, which we're gonna go into here in a few minutes. So let me get back in the kayak and we'll film the rest of this on the way over. Okay, so we're just way back in the kayak. So all this water rushing out right here is what they were talking about by the dam being undercut. That's what they were talking about. In this corner right here. Now you see how much damage is to this structure. Very dangerous to boaters of any kind. It's drowned quite a few people over the years. Alright, so we're going to paddle around this stuff. And we're going to go into the lock a little bit. See, the train goes quite a ways down the river. I'm going to stay on the edge, skirt around it. And my camera's about to run out of power, so I got it plugged in, so at the current moment, it's not waterproof. So I'll be very careful what I do with it now. Now we can make our way into the lock. here's a look inside the lock. At higher flows, this is really turbulent, and I would not even be able to get right here. Probably close enough. Alright, so that's a look at the Lucky Dam on the Osage River. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Until next trip. So it's playtime at Lucky Dam. And it's the 10th, 11th, what is it? What is today? Today is the 12th of October, 2025. I came up, I got my video of the Lucky Dam, did my job. My job's done.
No, let me see.
They've been playing this whole time, just digging up stuff off the river bottom.
That is cool. Oh, yeah.
Nothing like playing in the river on a Sunday.
He's trying to split. Alright. Relax. Shower or Man, I can't believe you beat me. Dang it. Oh, what about that one? Is that one? Yeah. Nuh-uh.